Telecom spectrum auction is will be starting tomorrow, that is July 26th. And let's look at the AMD amount, that is the earnest money deposit given by the operators, which will give us an idea of how much spectrum they are allowed to buy. So Adani has given a deposit of around 100 crore, which means they can buy spectrum worth 875 crore. Vodafone Idea has gone ahead with a deposit of 2,200. Bharti with a deposit of 5,500, and Reliance Jio has done the biggest deposit of 14,000 crore, which means they're allowed to buy spectrum worth nearly 1.2 lakh crore. Now, what does this mean? How much spectrum they'll buy and what spectrum they'll buy? Let's make sense of it. Firstly, Adani Data. Now, most probably they are looking to buy spectrum for the captive use. They would look to buy 100 megahertz of spectrum in the 26 gigahertz band in all circles. Vodafone Idea, on the other hand, now there are two options that Vodafone Idea can go ahead with. Firstly, they can buy limited spectrum in 3300 to 3600 megahertz band and in 26 gigahertz band on pan India basis to develop a 5G service on pan India basis. Or they have an option to buy higher spectrum in limited circles like 60 megahertz band, 60 megahertz of spectrum in 3300 to 36 megahertz band, and 500 megahertz of spectrum in the 26 gigahertz band, but only in 17 key circles. Now remember, there are 22 circles in India. Now for Bharti, if you see their bid amount, their deposit amount clearly indicates that they want to develop a pan India 5G service, and most likely they'll go ahead with 100 megahertz of 3300 to 3600 band and 500 megahertz of spectrum in the 26 gigahertz band on pan India basis, and they would also look to buy some amount of 900 megahertz and 1800 megahertz spectrum bands in selective circles. Lastly, coming on to Reliance Jio. Now, if Reliance Jio, in past we have seen that they have deposited higher amount and they have gone ahead and bought a less amount of spectrum. So if they go ahead with that, then they will also look to buy spectrum similar to what Bharti Airtel is looking, that is 100 megahertz of spectrum in 3300 3600 band and 500 megahertz of spectrum in 26 gigahertz band and some spectrum in 800 megahertz and 1800 megahertz band in selective circles. But if they go all in on this 5G spectrum auction, then they could look to buy the maximum allowed spectrum in the 3300 to 3600 megahertz spectrum band and in 26 gigahertz spectrum band, and they could also go ahead and buy the most expensive spectrum that is available in this auction, that is the 700 megahertz band, and they could buy around 500 megahertz of spectrum in the 700 megahertz band.
For that, let's